Hey guys, welcome to Cookie Effect Podcast. How you doing, Cookie Crew? How are you guys doing? I'm back again with another video, and I'm so happy to be back because the weekend was crazy for me. Shout out to Byonce and all that good stuff. But shout out to my new subscribers. Hey guys, we have hit 100 subs. That was my goal for this month of July. And I am so grateful to each and every one of you subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and I am so happy and so just overjoyed because it's really hard to try and get people to believe in you and support you and things like that. So I do not take you guys for granted, not one bit. And I just want to shout out all those who have left comments below my videos. I really appreciate you guys, Cookie Crew, and I will make sure to communicate back with each and every one of you. So keep it coming, leave your comments, and get to know me as I get to know you guys too. All right, hope you guys are having a good weekend. Don't forget, please subscribe down below. Click the notification bell so you are reminded every time I post a video, and then like this video if you enjoyed yourself. All right, this is the Grown and Sexy Club. All right, guys, on today's episode, let's get right into it. All right, so on today's episode, I was having a talk with one of my girlfriends, and we were talking about relationships because, that's what girls talk about. That's what people talk about, pretty much. Money, relationships, kids, and yeah, jobs or something like that. But relationships are usually what people talk about a lot of the times. All right, so a lot of my friends, they're within the age ranges of late 20s to about 40-ish, okay, almost 45, and a lot of them are single. A lot of my male friends, my female friends, a lot of them are single. And let me just fix this because you guys can't see my little cookie effect sign. There you go. So a lot of them are single. So, it just got me thinking, what really is the problem? Where is that disconnect between guys and girls, men and women? Where have we lost that trust and that need to really want to be in a committed relationship and be in something that is worth something? It's just like, I know with technology these days, it's taken over and everything like that, but I still feel that deep down inside, a lot of us are still looking for love. I mean, women might walk around and say, we don't need men, I don't need men, woo, we do need men. We're just tired of the BS. We are just tired of the BS. And I hear guys a lot of the times talking about, where the good women at. There are no good girls out here. Every girl's a thought and every girl is a hoe or every girl is this and that. You know what I mean? And I feel like, no, that's not the case. You guys are not looking for the right woman. You guys, not just me too. Me too, okay? I'm only able to talk about this because I'm going through a situationship with a relationship, okay? And I'm learning about myself and where I could have done things right and where I made mistakes or what I could have fixed, or when you go through relationship problems, don't just dwell in the fact that the relationship is over. Don't just dwell in the fact that, oh, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. Oh, no. Look within yourself. That's what I've grown to realize. We have to look within ourselves and take ownership of our parts in the whole situationship. We have to. You can't keep just blaming everybody else, your partner. Oh, well, it was you why the relationship broke up. Oh, well, it was this and it was that. No, it takes two. So something led to something to lead to something, and now you guys are not together. Okay, so for me, I just feel like we make excuses that we don't want a relationship, and we just settle for just having one night stands, or friends with benefits, or things like that, because everybody's scared to commit. Everybody's scared to have their hearts broken. So I was thinking, what message can I put across, to help us, to help us, maybe start thinking more about what we could do better if you are currently in a relationship, or if you are thinking of getting in a relationship, or if you have come out of a relationship. Maybe these are food for thoughts. Maybe something we could all think about when we're getting into the next relationship that we find ourselves. So I just thought, people don't talk anymore, really talk in relationships. People don't really try to get to know each other. It's almost like all of that ends once you've got the girl, or you've got the guy, or you got married, or do you know what I mean? Like, it just feels like the dating process kind of stops once you've gotten what you want. So if you're a guy, you stop trying, you stop getting to know her because she said yes to you. And if you're a girl, you stop, getting to know him, being interested in what he's doing, being interested in his life and everything like that, because now you're his girl. And this is where we go wrong. This is where I believe we go wrong. Okay? Relationships are not, you're not meant to stop trying, stop working at it, stop making it better. You're not supposed to stop, because when you stop, it leaves room for people to get complacent and comfortable, and it gets harder to kind of be in sync. Okay? That's why you should always try to date. You should always try to have conversations. You should always try to spend time together. It doesn't matter how long you've been together. Yes, time makes it a lot harder to stay consistent with things like this. I get it. But I've been through a lot of relationships. I'm a woman of a certain age, and I've been unlucky in love plenty times, okay? I couldn't tell you if I've really, really gotten it right yet. I don't think I have. And I feel that the things I'm learning now as I get older about relationships and the dynamics between men and women, I'm now realizing where I probably went wrong, where I could have made some adjustments, or where I, you know, said yes to the wrong people. Yeah, sometimes you do. And you have to acknowledge that, and you have to admit that. Sometimes circumstances makes us make certain decisions, and at that time, making that decision was probably the right decision. But then in time, you probably start to realize that maybe perhaps that was the wrong decision for future. So I came up with a list, okay, of things we should be talking about if you're in a couple, if you're in a relationship, if you're dating. Communication is key. You hear people say that all the time, but I don't really think people really get it or understand what communication is. Okay? Because these days people don't like to talk. Y'all don't like to talk. Y'all want to text. Everybody is so technology that y'all don't even know how to articulate sentences to make conversation. So it's like we need to get back to that. We need to get back to talking. We need to get back to speaking to one another and listening. Just because you're in a relationship does not mean you shouldn't keep talking. So I've got a list right here. I've got a list right here, okay? This might help you. This definitely is going to help me because everything I've written here is what I truly believe based off of my experience in my situationship that I'm dealing with right now, what I've learned and what I feel others can learn from. Because you see, ultimately, I love love. I love people in love. I love seeing people happy and together. Humans are not made to be by themselves, you know? We're made to be together and, you know what I mean? Build up each other and grow together. Nobody's meant to be alone and die alone and all that stuff. So if we can start bringing up the conversation, real conversations about relationships and try to get back to what it's really about, because it's a beautiful thing. All right, so things to talk about to improve your relationship or make your relationship a little bit more better, get to know each other. No, this is in no particular order. Okay, number one, learn to ask each other questions about your day, about their worries, about things that are bothering them, about their friends, about their life. Because just because you guys are together does not mean that you're attached to the hip. You're still individuals separately. That is why it's important that each person has a life of their own before you come together. Because otherwise, you're going to be in each other's space, each other's pockets, each other's brains, no, too much, too much, too much. If you're a person that thinks that, being underneath your partner 24/7, not having your own friends, not having your own hobbies, not having your own things. You were your own person before you got together with this person. You were your own person. Keep it that way. Just because you're in a relationship, you don't need to change yourself so much that you are now them. It's beautiful to be different because when you come together and you communicate, you always have something to talk about. People forget about asking their spouses how their day's going, what they're doing, and especially stay at home spouses. We get forgotten. We get made to feel like, okay, you do not work, so your day must be great. Your day must be good because you're not out working. But you're there taking care of the kids, taking care of the homes, cooking, doing all of these things. And sometimes you're forgotten. Your spouse comes home, you're the one asking, how are you? How was your day? Because you deem their life more important than what you bring to the table. No. Be conscious about asking each other about your day, what's going on. Ask them about their friends. Ask them if there's anything bothering them. Ask your spouse anything. That is your spouse. Okay? Number two, talk to each other about future goals. Oh my goodness. Have you ever been in something in a relationship and you guys are like a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8, 9, 10, but you've never ever spoke about future goals? How is that possible? You've never spoken about future goals? If I asked you right now, you over there in that long relationship, you've been with your spouse for 5 years. If I asked you both right now, where do you see your relationship in the next 5 years? How many of you can answer that? Where do you see your relationship in the next 5 years? We have to talk about goals. We have to talk about plans for our future because it keeps us motivated. It gives us something to aspire to in our relationship. It makes us feel that we are growing together. We're including each other in our future plans. When these type of conversations don't get made or had, how is the other person supposed to feel that we are a team, that we are moving in the right direction? How are we supposed to feel confident? How are we supposed to feel included? You know? So we have to talk, when you're just hanging out at home with your spouse and you guys are just sitting there like nothing to talk about, these are things you could talk about. It don't have to be all serious and stuff. Let's pull up a seat. Y'all could talk about it while you're just relaxing, laying down, looking at the ceiling. Y'all could talk about that while you guys are doing housework, in the car, driving somewhere. Make your conversations meaningful rather than arguments of meaningless stuff, irrelevant stuff, when we could be talking about future goals, when we could be talking about investing, when we could be talking about building, creating an empire, when we could be talking about opening businesses. But we want to argue about petty stuff. Next, let's talk to each other about sex. This is a good one, and this is very important because when that word sex gets brought into the situation, a lot of people cringe. A lot of people shy away from that conversation. A lot of women act like they don't like sex and they don't need it. But then, when they don't get it, they act funny. They're moody. They're angry. They're snappy. And in some cases, they go out and cheat. Why? Because you don't have open communication when it comes to sex. That's very important. A relationship does not break up just over cheating. Get that into your heads. Relationships do not break up just off of, oh, he cheated on me. Some relationships do not even include cheating. There's been no cheating. But guess what? It's loveless, it's sexless, it's boring, it's abusive. So, sex is another way that relationships break. Let me tell you. And you see me? I love sex. I'm passionate. And when I'm in a relationship, I want to do everything that I can to make sure that that side of our lives is on fleek. Why else are you going to have a partner and stay faithful? If you're not going to have fun with them, come on now. Like, get out of here. Like, are we 12? No, we're not. We're grown. Really grown. Okay? And when a woman gets to a certain age, like in her 40s, yeah, okay. Yeah, she's on it. She is on it. She wants it. Don't let them fool you. We want it. We really, really do. So, ladies, stop being shy. Speak to your spouses about what you want in bed, what you don't want, what you like, what you want to try. Guys, you do the same. Find out what each other likes. Talk about these things. It's not wrong to talk about these things, guys. That's what you guys are together for, to share everything. If you don't talk, how are you going to know what to do to please your partner? How are you going to know what? How are you going to know? You think just putting it in the hole is all it takes? No, it's not. A lot of you guys out there, because I can't speak for girls because I've never been with a woman, But a lot of you guys out there don't know what you're doing. 100%, hands down. Y'all don't know what you're doing. You don't. You talk a good game, but y'all don't know what you're doing. Let me tell you, there's different types of women, and you have to know the woman you're with, what gets her going. Don't treat her the same way you treat somebody else. If something else gets somebody else going that you've been with, don't bring that into this. Don't use her skills on me. That ain't gonna work. You gotta figure me out and figure out what I like. Every new partner is someone different. Don't think you can, oh yeah, it's the same thing. No, it's not. Because what gets her off may not get me off. What turns her on may not turn me on. So you must get to know each other like that. And stop being shy about talking about sex. It's normal. Speak on it. Trust me. Don't be closed-minded, because then you lose out. Don't do that. Sex is beautiful. It's important. We all do it. We all need it. We all should learn about it. Learn to improve our skills daily, because it's important. It makes you feel good. It's good to do. Just be careful. Just don't sleep around. Just take care of yourself, and just, you know what I'm saying? Just be honest with your partner. All right. Next one is talk to each other about your finances and, worries or, investments. Don't leave your partner out. If you guys are married, if you guys are a team, do not leave them out, okay? If just because you're the breadwinner does not mean that she should not be involved, or, she should not be involved in the decision makings, or have an idea, or even have an opinion about the decisions you're trying to make with the family's finances. Okay? You guys have to be in sync with that. You guys, she might, just because she's not working does not mean she might not have a bright idea for an investment. It does not mean she might not, have an idea on what to do with our money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a team, so you gotta work as a team. You have to talk to each other. Finances is another reason why a lot of relationships break up, because people, when money's tight, or, one person's paying all the bills, and, that's where it gets a little murky. So, just speak to each other about your finances. Don't do no secret shit. Don't be going behind their backs, making decisions. And then when your decisions fail, then we all have to suffer for the stupidness, dumb shit that you did. Even if it's to purchase something, it's your money. Yes, I get it. It's your money. But it's only out of respect for your partner, you will let them know. Because don't expect to make a decision with our money, and then if it goes wrong, don't expect to make a decision with our money and you didn't talk to me about it or get my opinion, and then it goes wrong, and then you want sympathy from me. Hell no, get out of here. Nah, you gonna hear my voice. I'm not sympathizing with you. You didn't sympathize with me to bring it to me before you made that dumb decision. We gotta talk. Okay? You gotta talk about your finances. It's another way to break up a relationship. All right, we gotta talk about your childhood. Talk about your past. People always shy from talking about their past. Why? Don't you think your past is where you need to start from, and bring it all the way up to where you are now? Because it gives the other person a bigger spectrum and view to be able to really get to know you. You don't have to talk about your past relationships and things like that, naming names, and I'm not talking about that. Talk about being raised, how you were raised, fun things you did as a child, what you thought of as a child, whether you had good experience as a child, your siblings, your family dynamics, all of that good stuff. Because if this is somebody that you really like and you see yourself settling down with, they need to know and they deserve to know where you're from, where you get your moral stands from, where you come from, where your beliefs come from. And if they don't know these things, then there's going to be an issue down the line. Because do they really know you if you're not comfortable enough speaking about your past? That's strange. I've been with some people who don't talk. And that's strange. Okay? I don't care. You must be open fully if you want to be in a relationship that works. That's why not everyone should be in a relationship if you're not ready mentally to be in one, because it takes work. You know, if you can't be willing to give a little and keep some. To be in a happy, healthy relationship, you both have to be very open minded, very, to each other. You have to. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Don't forget, please subscribe down below if you haven't yet done so, okay? All right, now let's move along now. Make sure you talk to each other about each other's families and things like that. I find that, when I think a lot of guys do that. I don't know why they do, but a lot of guys find it really hard to kind of speak to their partners about their families and stuff like that. They keep it quite private. Sometimes they don't want to talk about it. And, you need to talk about it. Okay? Your spouse needs to know your family, because that's one day going to be their family. Or if you're already married, they're your family, right? But if you do not be the one taking it upon yourself to educate your spouse about your family dynamics, how they move, how they are, what they like, what they don't like, how it is, how is she or he supposed to impress them? How is he or she supposed to fit in? You have to help your spouse fit into your family. Duh. A lot of guys think that you could just, okay, well, there's my wife. All right, go fit in with my mom and my sister. And no. It's up to you, just like the women as well. You have to help your husband, your boyfriend, or whatever fit in with your circle, your friends, your family, and all that good stuff. You cannot just be selfish and just like throw them to the wolves and expect them to just get along. They've never met these people from nowhere. They don't owe these people nothing. I just married you, or I'm just with you. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, just remember, it's up to you to bring the two families together. Your partner and your family, her partner, and it's up to her to do the same for you. Okay? We all have to help each other merge our families together. Don't think because I said I do to you, I'm accepting your family too, or they're going to accept me. No, it doesn't work like that. It takes work amongst both sides. Okay? And don't think that you're going to have a happy relationship if your spouse and your family do not get along. Say bye-bye to that relationship, because it's not going to work. So if you don't think it's important to merge your families and help your spouse get to know your family and help your family get to know your spouse, then say bye-bye, because one day it's all going to come to a head. Look at me. All right, guys, on that note, that's about it for now before I start spilling more tea. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm just giving you guys food for thoughts, things for you guys to think about when you're with your spouse, things you could talk about with your spouse. You never know. You might learn something new. about your spouse and you have me to thank, comment below if it works, okay? All right, guys, you have a wonderful week, whatever you're choosing to do with your week. Lead with love and give people the benefit of the doubt and be nice to each other and love yourself, okay? All right, Cookie Crew, if you want to get in contact with me for collabs or anything, promotions, hit me up on email. It's cookieeffect1@gmail.com. Okay, follow me please on Instagram. It's Cookie Effect Podcast. And guys, since we have reached 100 subscribers, thank you guys so much. Okay, let's try and move it up to 200 subscribers. Share my videos, like my videos, tell people about the Cookie Effect Podcast. We are here for the grown and sexy folks out here, okay? Mid-30s, from your 30s to your 40s, I'm your girl, all right? I'm here for you. All right, guys, I love you guys. It's been a wonderful day, a wonderful show. Thank you for listening. I'm your girl, Cookie, Miss Capricorn, Miss Tell It Like It Is, Cookie Crew. Peace. Yeah.